Hi guys, and welcome to another F1 Clash video with myself, ASW F1, and we kick off this video with a new series, and what that series is going to be is a review of which tyre strategy to use on every single track in F1 Clash, starting with today's video. So do make sure you keep an eye on the upcoming uploads over the next few weeks. I'll try and get through all the tracks and you will certainly benefit. Hopefully there'll be 2 races in each track guide, and they'll include starting mid-pack and hopefully towards the rear. So we'll give it a go. Hopefully you do like it. Make sure you do like, comment and subscribe. But first of all, let's kick in to our first track. So the first track up, we have UAE and the Abu Dhabi circuit. So if you haven't already, this is a very tricky start, first corner on this one. And if you don't know, if you start on the right side of the grid, it's very difficult. If you start on the left side, you do get a little bit of an advantage off the start. So this is the strategy I'm going to use. I'm going to go 4 and 4 with Latifi and 5 and 3 with Albon. Now we've got one left and right. So let's see if we can get a good start. And what we'll do is we'll let the medium boost. You'll see Latifi going to the outside. He'll get away with it, but he gets stuck. And Albon gets him through. Although Latifi swaps around now, if you're on the right side of the grid, so left side as you may look at it, it is a lot slower start compared to the other side. So do keep an eye on. What we're going to do is we're going to keep boosting then after the first corner, all the way up until after this sort of tight, fat, twisty bit. So here we go, Latifi through, and we're going to cut Latifi down there, and we're going to also cut Albon. And now we're going to try and conserve as much as we can, but we are going to push at 2 main points on this circuit, okay? So first of all, we're going to boost a little bit out of this corner, because that's a key overtaking spot. Down into the hairpin. And what we're going to do is we do lose a place because of the soft tyre, but we're going to boost through this part of the lap. Okay, so into there, and we're going to keep boosting all the way through this section, and then we're going to cut down. So we're just keeping us steady at the front. So Latifi, because his tyre management isn't great, it'll probably match more the average viewer, and we're going to keep that going at the moment. So we are going to have to be careful on tyres, but this is the whole point of pushing as hard as we can. As Verstappen tries to get by us, and we'll try and keep that position. And we'll cut down there. And Albon through and cut down there. We're trying to save as much tyres as we can. We need 25% for Latifi to get through on 4. So we're just going to be at the end of this tyre. But the thing is, guys, for this circuit, a 2-stop can really hurt you. It really can. So if you can stretch out to a 1-stop, it is certainly worth it. Okay, so Albon in 12th. We're not going to push too much at the minute. Probably go to a medium boost here. And Albon will try and boost up a little bit. Might have been too late. It will be. But we'll keep him down. As Latifi now into 9th. Albon's going to be really close on tyres as well. But that's okay. As Latifi now pits. And Albon will come out for another lap. And we'll come back in for mediums on Albon. So Albon up into 8th. I can't really push too hard. Latifi should get near enough 4 laps. So we'll start pushing Latifi all the way to the end, as Albon gets in 8th place, still with Ricciardo behind. I'm not too bothered about losing positions. I don't want to lose too much time if you run out of tyres here. But we are going to come back for mediums. And bearing in mind we started sort of down back of the grid, Latifi is only going to get better with what's in front of him. So Latifi in 13th place. Albon's going to make some time up from the back, as we send Albon back out into 20th place. But quite a few pit stops in front with 3 laps to go. Both can go to the end. Latifi might have to cut down a little bit. But it's going to be an okay strategy here. So he's going to get 50% over the line, which is not bad. Latifi now up to 9th. Albon's in a bit of traffic, but he'll come out in 16th place. As Latifi down round the main straight. Tries to go around the outside, goes really wide. So this is a very good strategy, guys. And remember, if you use boosts on this strategy, you will be laughing because you will be so powerful using boosts. It will be unbelievable. Something like a dead fast or a downforce, something with a bit of cornering speed, you'll be laughing on here. So can Latifi get any more places? He's currently behind Sainz and Albon in 15th, but he's in a bit of a traffic jam as Latifi goes really wide again. Albon into 14th. So we're going to cut down on Latifi because I've probably pushed him too far. He's definitely going to run out of tyres potentially as we then push to complete that. And Albon gets into 12th. So that is a great start to this series. We were something like maybe 13th and 16th, very towards the back, and we've managed to come away with 29 points. So that is a brilliant start on that one. And what we'll do is we'll get into the next race. So here we go again then, UAE, and we have increased our driver levels this time. So we're going to start hopefully towards the front a bit more. We were 13th and 16th, somewhere down that line beforehand. And we are now looking at 7th and 11th. So we're kind of covering off the main bit here. And we're going to go the same sort of strategies. So I'm going to show you, I don't like a two-stop on here, as I mentioned already. I should get a bad start here because I'm on the left side as we look at it. But hopefully they'll switch to the inside. We'll boost a little bit, but you can see how we get chocked out. And guys, if you are on the right side of the grid, there's not a lot you can do. Ultimately, that's it. So it is a very hard track. There's not an easy way of boosting up the inside. You have to be on the left side of the grid. Okay, so let's settle down then. We're well against it with the rival in 2nd and 7th. So it's going to be pretty impossible to win this race. But as purpose of this video, let's see where we can get up to. Okay, so we're 11th and 12th at the moment. We've been unlucky with the start. I'm not going to cut out the video, give you a new video where I win, because that's not realistic. I don't want to put you in a false sense. What this is about is getting as most points as you can, and eventually you will start winning races more and more because you're using the better strategy. So Vettel through into 10th, and we're going to cut down at the end of this because it's a hard place to overtake. And then we're going to cut down for the rest of the lap now until we get back round. And Vettel's doing okay on tyres. But most sort of people who are showing you these videos will only show you ones where you're winning every single time. But that's not me. I'm realistic when I come to my racing as well, and so should you. So Vettel will boost through again. So P10 will cut down a little bit because we're a bit short on tyres, and come back through again. So just keeping that gap, and Bottas into 13th. So we've made a couple. It's going to be tough. We know that already. But this is the best strategy. So rival pits on soft. And Bottas will hopefully get round as well to hold the rival up a little bit, which he will. As Vettel will come back in for hard tyres, and we'll boost that part. We'll try and keep the rival behind here. Rival's doing a two-stopper. That's what I said is best. And we'll try and come through all the way. As Vettel will pit now for hards. Just run out of tyres. And Bottas is going to go for one more lap on the hard tyre and come back for mediums. As Vettel will go to the end now, full boost. So we're going to boost Vettel. all the way, and Bottas is sitting in 7th place. Just going to come through this little bit and keep as much speed as we can. And we're going to conserve all the way to the end because we're probably going to run out, but it's going to be tight. It's all about maximising your tyres with these strategies. You don't want to leave any rubber out there. Nor would any F1 driver want to leave rubber on their tyres. So we're coming in then. We're going to go to medium. We're going to be quick as Vettel comes down into 9th place. And we're starting to make them positions up already. The hard tyre to medium will bring you out slightly behind towards the back, but I don't want a double stack. You'd have seen then I would have double stacked my drivers, costing me probably like another 6 seconds at least. As Vettel now into P8. Rivals come in the pits with that soft tyre. So considering the rival was a good 7 places ahead of us with his soft tyre, we're actually going to come back ahead of him now. And that's the gap that we've managed to pull back off him. So up to P6. And P14, now P13 for Bottas. With potentially 1 pit stop ahead of us. As Vettel now into P5. So this is working out brilliantly for Vettel. Can he get P4? Can he do it? Not quite yet. But P5 now for Vettel. And P4 after the pit stop. So that's a great strategy here for Vettel. Really good. Can we go around the outside? We're going to keep it pushing. We're not going to get P3, I don't think. We'll keep trying. And we can get P3. So Vettel now into P3. Can we keep it? We're very tight on fuel. But we are going to keep P3. So Vettel all the way up to P3 after that really bad start. And Bottas coming round the final corner as well. Into P10. And that is across the line. So we didn't win, but 37 points. And that is Abu Dhabi complete for this. Hopefully you've learnt some tips from them strategies. That is the way to go. And I'll catch you at the next circuit.